Ah! In a certain kind of ways, my magic, my art, and then I make a level of progress, my own creation again. A continuation, I meant it again. A certain kind of way, I really meant about an art form and this and that. Again, I said the use and this is the living, really living, and then I just meant. Again, the take a glance and an odd observation again. The kind of the communion, the garden again. It's odd to describe a world I hardly participate in all. Because again, when I look around, I just see nothing but snakes around, slithering in a garden of metaphor again. A certain artwork adored again on this kind of way. I really said about the monsters of stories. I said again on the kind of ways. It's just like those elven rings, and then I just might again tarnish the maidenless, the thoughts, the prayers, and all, and the magic hymns. Again, I started to think about along my art, my craft, and the communion, the garden, and all like an eye in sight. And again, this matter, this presentation, and this again, and the kind of construct I say again, the kind of chimes that I make again, the sleeping to waking, and all this again, and the kind of process I met with again, on this kind of sleepwalking comatose. And then again, I know I take in our glance and odd observations. I say this to your fucking faces. This social society again. This the man really living in this again on the communion, the gardens and all again. I meant along the talk again, the wakings and this kind of slumbering again on the dialogues communion and like no other again. Like wow, again what I say again on the messages mantras I make. Again, I'm paraphrasing again, it's not hard again, it's just easy and all in all. Again, euphoric mind, state of mind that I've used one too many times. Again, I try to say along these lines is heaven and miracles. Again, my kind of mission, life, my purpose, and all in all I cite. Again, the concept of love is endless, but the stories and all of that, a topic, a glance, a communion, the garden again. When I make in isolation and sought it again, like the beauties and eyes, beholders, are you truly living the life that I know it? Again, on the kind of ways I really said about these constructions and topics of my friends. Again, no acquaintance. Again, what I mean in this garden, in this kind of recording, I say. Again, like the recollections and the moments and the mantras. And again, on the certain kind of vibe like no author. Again, I said a knock of wood. You'll really hear it. The echo of the holistic kind of venture that I said it. I am just an errand belongs to this void. I only awaken as myself and all conscious subconscious combined singularity and then this kind of alignments I meant it again on the kind of ideas of mine. I've had a lot of thought on my mind and then the intersections and then the connections singularity on the process again. My magic is advanced and evolutionary for evolution's sake. Again, on the kind of descriptions like no other. Fiddle with the devil is a game played with oneself like a master of it and all on a line. Again, the metaphors, clarifications I find. Again, the importance of it and all. Again, on the kind of concepts that again, I said is adored because, again, the truth about this and all is the man really living. I said again on my constructive make of man and this the constructing the chains that bind their thoughts, and again the mind's memories and all. Again on the kind of ways I said, does the dead really sleep? The constructions I said, again on the make a man unconscious and depths and dreams and thoughts and process. Again on the kind of ways I really said, again I see it throughout time, my friends. Time and space and know how to traverse it again on the kind of concepts I know with again the facts and the magic, the savior's illumination and the guidance I meant it about a certain kind of way again on the glance and observations I make again on the communion again it's like again the kind of creativity I find again the evolution within that is this again the starlights and the spotlights that I meant again are you paying attention that I really did say again on this construction and art that I make again I really said that I know everything about life in the universal coding. I found myself my art in this kind of vision adventure in art form that I really meant it my vices and virtues in this holistic venture the spirit that I call remember again. It's just like an idea. I'm not dead in the dreams that I find again in the garden again in remembrance. Again, recollection, peace that I meant about a holistic venture again. My creation, my craft that I meant it again on a magic flare I said again on the kind of ways I meant. Oh, you had a dream, the man will be gone again. One the same, evolve again on an outline, and then this creation of mine I pursue. Just like this, no hesitation of thought, a mantra and a craft that I made it, again on a certain kind of way, the certainties and like the kind of things they say about salvation and absolution, again on the kind of prayers and all this again, magic and faith and sight, again the mind's eye in this kind of on beauties and eyes of the beholders who's watching, and on the kind of ways who's watching who's speaking and thinking of the process using all again the holistic culture again the Holy Spirit again the same kind of way that I mentioned my idea, my craft, my evolution, my concepts, all my thoughts that I meant. Again, on the kind of ways of it said, is one who just sees. Yes, again, I really said I know about a certain miracle. Again, glance, observations, again, on the process, the stories, and